Alright, so, looks like Blizzard still has got some updates. What's going on, guys? It's the ITP Paladin. Um, hmm. It occurs to me that I did not properly set this up. Where is it? Window capture, was it? Indeed, okay, good. Why did it just change screens on me? So anyway, Blizzard has just come out with another update, and I thought I would just follow up. By the way, if you didn't notice my camera changed between two things, I hope I'm keeping track of this properly. It turns out I decided I was going to utilize both my webcams and use this one for my videos because it's more respectful to the privacy behind me, and then use the bigger one for when I'm going to do gaming. So let's get to this. So Blizzard just put this one out. When did they post this? About, I want to say 15 minutes ago, if I'm doing my math correctly, maybe 1 minute till. So they put this out, and they had an estimated update, so we made progress through the launch issues, and here's an update as to what we have addressed and other things that we're doing to make your play experience smoother. So I'm going to say right now that I've actually seen a vast improvement. I've been able to get in more or less right away, so all my issues seem to be taken care of, and hopefully they'll remain that way. But a bunch of people over here that's just like, oh, having these issues, stuff like the Watchpoint pack and all that. So obviously people are still having issues, and my heart still goes out to them because I know I would be frustrated if it went on for another day. I myself am a very patient man, but I understand completely if people were like agitated in this method. So, status update, here they have. We made some working progress through many of the issues of Overwatch 2, and here we give some insight to what we've addressed. Okay, so talking about the SMS Protect. The change in phone number requirements is now in effect, as we mentioned in our last status update. This means that a majority of our console community, players who already had Overwatch connected in their Battle.net account, including any console player who has played since June 9th of 2021, no longer need to meet the SMS requirements. Any PC player who has ever played the original Overwatch has the requirement removed. If you have an active customer service ticket for SMS Protect but no longer needed due to this change, please close your tickets. This will help reduce the customer service queues and allow us to help other folks quicker. Yesterday's fixes, shutdowns, were to help address two issues, and I'm pretty sure I covered mine. The first was to deploy fixes for some of the bugs relating to account merges and logins, which was my issue. And the second was to conduct some upgrades to our databases. We described these issues in our latest status update. This has resulted in quadrupling of our capacity and eventual reduction of login queues overnight, and that is a success. I got in and I only had 50 people ahead of me, so they definitely succeeded for some area. We're keeping an eye on this, particularly as we roll into the weekend, and we expect more people to be logging in. Early signs are good, the databases look healthy, but we are constantly monitoring it. Weekend gamer hours is to be the biggest test yet. He's not wrong, or they're not wrong, excuse me. Account merge. We made progress here and believe that we're working resolution for the general merging issues. Some players who merged their accounts should now be seeing their full collections, but many still are in queue to be resolved, and we expect more to be added to the queue with people log in for the first time over the weekend. As we said previously, your collection is not lost, and with the database now updated, we have more bandwidth to complete these merges. They did mention in fact, they might mention it shortly in a little bit anyway, but they were mentioning that they kept a back-end cache for your stuff, so you never really lost it anyway, and God forbid you did, they would restore it. So they have these backups anyway. Watchpoint, where are we? Account merge. Made some did I read? No, Watchpoint pack on consoles. I almost lost my place. Console players who pre-purchase Watchpoint pack may not be seeing items as were available. While some are experiencing this on Xbox, it's mostly players on PlayStation right now. We have a fix for that to deploy our downtime later today. They have the update. We resolved the majority of these issues with our fixes yesterday, but the issue persists for a small group of players who are still seeing this error, LC208, which was my error, so it looks like it fixed for a majority, but there's still some people suffering, which is preventing login. We have a fix for that we're also planning to deploy in today's downtime at 6 p.m. I don't think they've mentioned the exact times that they're doing this. I'll have a look in just a second after I finish, but matchmaking. Now that we've increased capacity to have higher player concurrency, matchmaking systems are being affected, which means you may be seeing a bit of wait before being placed into a match. We are changing configurations within the system today and hope that it will somewhat shorten the wait throughout the day. We will continue looking into matchmaking queues for the weekend to identify any additional improvements we have made. or we can make, excuse me. Client crashes and black screen. We have gathered reports about all this. We'll continue to work on fixes and hope to deploy them as updates as soon as today. We understand the launch experience has been frustrating for all people in our community, and we deeply appreciate your patience and thank you for your support. We are laser focused on improving the Overwatch 2 experience. We'll be back early next week to provide more updates on the forums, but if anything needs to be communicated in the meantime, you just go to the post and play Overwatch and keep you informed. I don't think that they mentioned the specific times. They said 6... Oh, okay, they did. So it's going to be down at 6 p.m. Pacific, so that'll be 8 o'clock my time, and then it resumes at 9 o'clock. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8... less than 3 hours at this point before they do the update, but it looks like they are still going for that. The SMS Protect, I'm not sure why they would go back on that other than for the fact, again, that they're having the issues. I wonder if that means that they're going to revert it back afterward. Even if that's not a consideration, it was kind of meant as a way to have people verified. Honestly, I think that a better fix, and this is just a personal thought, I don't know if there's any... if there's any way that this would even happen, but maybe limit the number of carriers on prepaid that can be allowed into this, because there are legitimate carriers that you do give your information for, and yes, it's still prepaid, but a lot more people are legitimate on these services, like Boost Mobile, Cricket. I don't even know if Virgin Mobile's still around. They probably merged with Boost at that point because they're under the same mother company. But yeah, Cricket, Verizon and AT&T, but I understand that prepaid causes a lot of problems, which is why they put it in there in the first place. But if they could open it up to a few of the major ones that have been known to have good report, that might reduce the amount of fake accounts and people trying to like smurf and create illegitimate accounts and like alternate accounts and all that and bully the lower ranked players. I think they're going to try and do whatever they can to fix that later on. But other than that, not much more to go on. It looks like they did a very good update, and quite honestly, I'm glad that they're keeping up with everybody. It's a lot better information. Oh my goodness, I forgot to fix my camera settings. Whoops. I am going to have to add that in later on. Actually, I think I could fix that at some point after I'm done here. But anyway, let me know what you guys think down below, because honestly, this has been kind of hectic for everybody, and I totally understand it. But other than that, that's pretty much all the information. I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know what your thoughts are down below about what's going on. That'd be kind of helpful. Later.